So, after the celebration, right after that bold declaration of praise that opens the album, something shifts. The sound, it doesn't rush forward. Instead, it slows. It listens. You realize this isn't a shout. It's a revelation. You see, in the journey of Crowned for Victory, this second step isn't about greater energy. It's about deeper understanding. It's this deliberate pause, almost like a breath taken between the battle and the breakthrough. And it's right here that the source of all power is revealed. And the track begins right here. Not even with a song, really, but with a statement of reality. Eliyah's voice enters, and it's not the voice of a performer. It's the voice of a witness, someone interpreting the world not as it feels, but as it is. In this space, storms aren't fought, they're silenced.
When God speaks, the storm is silenced. When His voice thunders, every chain must break. Listen.
Listen, this is the voice of victory.
And so, right here, the album makes its first real inward turn. It's guiding us away from that external celebration and into this deeper, more foundational space. We're being reoriented, moving from a posture of praise to a quiet understanding of power. You could say, if the first track established the posture of victory, this one reveals its authority.
When the night surrounds me and the shadows rise in fear, I will trust your promise, for I know that you are near.
Your whisper calms the ocean. Your word restores my soul. Every battle's ended when your voice takes control.
So the whole journey just pivots from that outward, public celebration to an internal, foundational assurance. It's as if the album is teaching you how victory actually operates before it ever asks you to walk in it. And this really gets to the creative question at the very heart of this song. What if victory isn't something we fight toward, but something we listen into? It's a question that reframes the entire struggle. It suggests that victory doesn't begin with our action, but with our attention. This is where we discover that the song's true power, it's found not in its volume, but in its restraint. It's this profound demonstration that real authority never needs to shout to be heard. It simply needs to arrive. It doesn't generate noise. It commands a reverent silence.
The voice of victory, speaking freedom over me. The voice of victory declares my destiny. No power can silence
The word of the King,
the voice of victory.
forever I will sing.
The voice of victory. Forever I will sing.
The songwriting, it paints this landscape of familiar opposition. You know, the looming mountains, the trembling giants. But listen closely to the focus here. The emphasis isn't on the scale of the threat. It's on their immediate, almost instinctual response to a higher command.
Mountains bow before you, giants tremble at your name. Chains are breaking open at the sound of heaven's flame.
Your spirit leads me onward. Your song has made me free. Oh, I'm living in the triumph of your authority.
Those mountains, these symbols of what seems immovable and permanent, they don't resist this voice. They simply bow, as if in recognition of a power far greater than their own. And the giants, these figures of intimidating strength, they don't even try to stand their ground. In the presence of this authority, their only possible response is to tremble. Even the chains, things meant to bind and restrict, they just can't hold. They shatter. They break open. It's like, in this moment, resistance itself has lost its language.
Oh,
declares my destiny.
No
No
power,
power can silence
the word of the King.
the voice of destiny.
Forever I will sing.
The voice of victory. Forever I will sing.
And this really is the core message, isn't it? That the decisive factor has never been the size of the opposition, but the source of the command. The battle isn't won by effort, but by the origin of the voice that speaks. Victory isn't achieved by striving louder, it's secured by aligning closer. And listen to Eliyah's delivery here. It's so intentional. His tone is deep, it's measured, almost pastoral. He doesn't sound like someone who's seeking victory. He sounds like someone who has already heard it. And the choir, notice how it doesn't overpower him. It surrounds him. And that communal response feels like it's being sung with you, not at you. Then you get to the bridge, and that call and response reinforces this very truth. It's not this big escalation of energy. It's just a simple, profound statement of cause and effect. Every single exchange just confirms it. When he speaks, outcomes change. Instantly.
Alright, when he speaks,
Chains must fall.
when he speaks,
Peace for all.
when he speaks,
Walls come down.
when he speaks.
Victory now.
Now, as the song moves toward its end, you can feel the whole thing widen, you know? The soundscape expands. But it never explodes into that typical big emotional climax. Instead, it resolves into something deeper, a quiet, settled assurance, a truly foundational confidence.
Voice of victory. Speaking freedom over me. The voice of victory declares my destiny. No power can silence
The word of the King.
the voice of victory.
Forever I will sing.
Voice of victory. Forever I will sing.
Forever I will sing.
Forever I will sing. The voice of victory.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you look at the architecture of the whole album, this track serves as an absolutely essential hinge. It's the point on which everything else turns. It anchors you, the listener, connecting that outward sound of praise to the inward foundation of sovereignty. So you don't leave this song energized for a battle. You leave it assured of the outcome. Its purpose isn't to create emotional hype. It's to instill a deep spiritual grounding. It's about giving you a confidence that comes before any confrontation. So you see, victory here isn't something that's declared at the end of the struggle. It's spoken at the very beginning. This track doesn't just announce the crown. It explains, with this quiet, unshakable power, exactly why that crown is already secure. And this understanding, this core truth that victory isn't fought for, but is spoken, foundational, and absolute, well, that becomes the key that unlocks the entire path ahead on this album. It's the deep assurance it's going to fuel the fire and the freedom that's still to come. If this sound, this sense of authority and assurance resonates with you, then you should know that the ministry and the message extend far beyond just this one moment. The journey of Crowned for Victory continues. And to continue on this journey is really to participate in it. It's to align yourself with a message of faith that rises and a praise that reigns.